What's going on, guys? In today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys how you can properly manage your budget so that you're not spending too much money and you're not spending too little money. Alright, so before I teach you guys how to actually use this P&L sheet, I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of kind of like a story time. So when I first scaled up my brand, me and my business partner, we first scaled it up in February. I went from being broke as hell to having $50,000 in my bank account. I don't know what y'all think about this, but I didn't know what to do with it. I was looking at my bank account and I was like, holy shit, like, what do I do with all of this money? Like, my first thought weren't be selfish and buy a whole bunch of like, I don't know, Yeezys and shit. But my first thought was like, okay, how do I actually spend this money so that I'm spending it in the right amount of places that I can properly get a return back? And I don't lie to you guys, I did not do the best job at that. When I first started off, I would just buy a bunch of stupid apps just because the reviews look good, and at the end of the month we ended up spending like several $1,000s on apps that we didn't really need, a bunch of stuff that we didn't really need because I didn't know how to properly manage a budget. I didn't really know how much we were really making, how much we were really losing. I knew that at the end of the month, I had $50,000 in my bank account, which is more than I ever had, which means we probably were profitable, which means that like we set for life. But that is not how this game works. So I will be going into my laptop and I'm about to show you guys how to actually manage a P&L sheet. I actually have one for you guys, and so you don't actually have to like make one or anything. I'm gonna show you guys how to upload everything, how to change the certain graphs, how to add and use like all of the functions and everything so that you can pretty much copy and paste your numbers into this P&L sheet, and at the end of the month you know exactly how much you made or exactly how much you lost and what you're spending too much of your money on or too little of your money on. Alright, so here it is right here. This is like an actual profit and loss sheet that my business partner and I came up with. Now, it's like very, very tailored for drop shipping. So like it has Shopify fees and like pretty much just about everything you can think of when it comes to a basic Shopify store. Now, whenever you're going into things that are a little bit more advanced, you can just like change or like add a tab, and it's pretty much good for everything. If you use this profit and loss sheet, you can pretty much use it, obviously make edits to it, but like use it for your entire dropshipping career. And that's what I've been doing for the past few months. So I'm not gonna make this file available. What you're gonna have to do is like go to file and then click make copy. What will happen after that is that it'll make a copy into your particular Google Drive just so that everybody can have it. And this is pretty much like it's all set up for you guys. You really don't have to do much thinking. There's a little bit of math required at the end, but it's just like adding and subtracting. It's nothing serious. So let's just start off from the jump. The date, like I have everything set up in the date. Again, it's only the first 5 days. So if you guys ever wanted to like add any days or anything like that, you just go like that. Like I said, setting up this entire thing is really, really simple, and it really, really allows you data-wise to see everything that your store has been doing. So like, let's say I spent $50 on Facebook ads. It's probably not too much. And then if I spent $15 on Instagram ads, and then let's say I spent 10% of my budget, so then I spent like, let's say $7 on Google ads. Let's say they were Google remarketing ads. What this pretty much does is that it adds up like all of your ad spend. So it's like, okay, today I spent, let's say $72 on my ad spend. That allows you again to see everything, because then, and from like a clear cut standpoint, you can see your Shopify sales to the Shopify app, and you say, okay, I spent $72, but then I only made back $50. That means somewhere in this process something went wrong. And then let's go back here to like the total cost. This is why it's kind of like the most important part, because it allows you to break down everything that you're spending your money on. So it's like, let's say I sold 3 products. My product cost, or let's say they're like $5. So if I sold 3 products at $5, means all my product costs are $15. Shopify took out 3%. I don't know what exactly 3% is. I'm just like making up numbers here. But then let's say Shopify took out $3. Upwork, I pay my VAs. I pay my VA, let's say $4 or $5 an hour. I pay my VA $5 an hour. They work 2 hours today, It's $10. I personally love to use affiliates. Like a lot of times, because my Instagram page for my main business is so big, I can kind of just hit up lots of meme pages, and I have a lot of leverage because usually my dropshipping store's Instagram page is much bigger than their meme page Instagram account. So I can just say like, hey, would you want to work out? I usually do like a 50% commission basis off of a profit. So let's say I paid my affiliates that day. I don't know. Let's say I paid them. Usually you have to hit a $50 threshold before you actually pay out an affiliate. So let's say I paid my affiliates $50 that day. Software costs. So that's anything from like Ecom Hunt to any software that you use to find products, to like hack on other people's, spy on other people's websites. Anything you use as a software. Usually I just put it right here. Because software usually aren't that expensive, I'm just gonna put like $15. And then the miscellaneous costs. So like from the business's budget, like did you go out to McDonald's that day? Like was there something in here that you couldn't list out, but it was like a relatively small cost, so it's not like a super big deal? Or like for sometimes in the miscellaneous cost, if we order a bunch of stock, so like let's say we spent like $4,000 on stock, we put it right here and then we just put a note. So we just add like a note tab right here, which is like a comment tab, I'm sorry. Add a comment tab and just say this 4,000 was spent on stock, just so we can like always remember several months down the line. But let's say you just went to McDonald's, so you ordered off the dollar menu and you got a drink too, so that's like $5. You pretty much have all of your costs added up for the day. So you spent $98 today. Let's say that because we spent $98, and this is again 98 not including this budget up here, the ad spend total. You would go back to your sales and you would, let's say you did like I think a really good day, so let's see, like $450 in sales or something like that. So you can see how much the costs were from right here and how much the costs were from up here. So what we'll probably have to do is pull up our handy dandy calculator, and then whenever we pull up the calculator, we'll be like, again, it's like super simple math, but we're just gonna like add and subtract how much we spent, how much we made, and like everything that came along with that. So give me a second, let me get this calculator pulled up. Here it is right here. So I got the calculator pulled up. So then here it is right here. I would add up $72. And again, guys, I will not lie to you, I'm not really that great with functions, so like I'm more than positive there's a way to like add up all of this stuff using the Google spreadsheet. I'm just not that good at it, so I'm just gonna show you usually how I do it. So the $72, and then I add up the $72 plus the $98 we just added right here. So 72 and then plus 98. That means we spent like $170 in this particular day. And then I will go ahead and then subtract the 170 minus the 450. Now again, this is not the way you do it. I just didn't want to do it backwards. So then I pretty much made $280 that day. So my total profit for today was $280. Let's just saying that all of these numbers are accurate. And then let's say $280. I actually want to pay myself. Let's say I want to pay myself like $50. So then like I would, for this particular function, I would add like $50. And that means I really only made, so let's say $50 here. So like $50 here, that means like my total profit would actually only be, let's get this out the way, would actually only be $230 that is kept inside of the business's bank account. So that's pretty much how you do a P&L, guys. Nothing too complicated. The only, I guess, part that would be a little bit more complicated was that whenever you go over the entire month of this, pretty much you would like go to something like this. So add up all of your total profit, click function, and then click sum, just so that you're not doing random numbers for every single day. Usually I have VA come in and do some of this stuff. If I don't want to do it myself, I have them come in and edit some of this stuff just so they can make sure all of the numbers are accurate across everything. And what this does, guys, is it allows you to see everything you're doing from a day-to-day basis. And it's like, for me at least, absolutely amazing, because I can see everything. I know where the money's going. I know how much I'm spending on everything, so I can properly calculate and manage my budget every single day. Alright guys, I hope you found a ton of value from that video. Again, I cannot stress the importance of knowing your profit and loss when it comes to running your dropshipping store. Most dropshipping stores run at anywhere between like a 15 to like, let's say 30% profit margin. So you want to know and stay on top of everything you're spending, because more than 70% of your money is usually going to be spent. This is like super duper important, guys. Again, I cannot stress this enough. I hope you guys found a ton of value from this video, and I will more than likely be dropping a few more videos somewhat like this on the more technical side of dropshipping that people don't always like to talk about. So thank you guys again for watching and supporting my channel up to this far, and I hope to see you guys soon.